The first thing I did was to work on the fabric background, and I painted on it with some resist, and then I put some dyes on it, and then I discharged various processes to do that. Then I came back in with these felt pieces that I put over it and the beads through there, and mostly it's called sporific, and so it's sort of a celebration of spring and life and that kind of thing, and I wanted it to be sort of bursting out, and that's really basically what I was thinking when I was working on that one. A lot of my work, in fact almost all of my work, people see some sort of an underwater element in it. I think it's because it's loose and more organic, and I don't aim for that, but it's the way it comes out. And I do want it to be very textural, and I think that's one of the reasons I like to apply the beads and the felting over it rather than just to work with the flat fabric. I like to have a surface design element built up on it. Originally I was a watercolor artist a long time ago, and then I had a bookstore for a period of years and got back into art again. And when I did that, I wanted to do more mixed media, but the idea of fabric and fibers and the whole tactile appeal of that. So that's how I really evolved into that. I did some art quilts, but I really wanted to do more surface design kinds of things than that. I have another one very much like this one in the show, but the other one that you're speaking of is called Pajagi Book, and it was something that I did for a show that went to Korea. And Pajagi is the art of a folded cloth that they use in Korea to give gifts. So it's a long tradition, and it's evolved into a more contemporary form. And there were a number of us that were invited to participate in a show in Korea, and I made this one for that. And this one was sort of a gift from America to Korea, and it's multi-generation from my family. It's my grandmother, my mother, myself, my daughter, and my grandmother. Photos and some text written by each of us over the generations. It will be going back to Korea again in August for another show there. But it's very different than this. It's a specific kind of thing that I did. The next project that I'm working on, I have some light panels, some flat light panels, and I just did a work that's in my show in Kansas right now that has used translucent materials. And what I have are some theater gels, and I'm going to use that in a piece that will go over these lighted panels so that it will be lit. So that's the area that I'm moving into right now, is the idea of backlighting something, and those really are more underwater type things. They look like that.
We'll look forward to that.
All right, thank you.